Nice, Juice. So nice to see you. Hello, beautiful beings. I just got home from work. Isn't he cute? My little buddy. So, the full moon is on the 27th. This is 25th today. And, I wrote a poem quite a long time ago. It's Moon Mother, I thank you for filling my cup, for squishing the junk that is still piled up. Freedom is how I feel from your grace. Please open me up for the whole human race. I have been talking about the twin flame concept off and on, especially in my last two videos. And yesterday, he was felt like he was still here as usual. Years later, this has been really a really long process for me. Yesterday, I was sobbing. I felt angry. I just wanted free from it so badly. I feel like I've tried everything possible to release the resistance around it. I thought that releasing the resistance around, they're saying, yeah, it did. Releasing the resistance around what I was feeling, the concept that I was believing in, I just kept bringing it to presence the best I could and processing through it with people I love and techniques that I've learned and listening to Eckhart Tolle and Muji and, different people. I do whatever it takes to be free of what feels like an albatross, a thought that has solidified into a belief that is self-defeating. It felt insurmountable. It really, really did. But I know that if something can be overcome, I can definitely overcome it. So, when does a person come to a point where they're like, well, I can't overcome this? Well, I don't know about anybody else, but anything that I've desperately wanted to change in my life, I have been able to change. But it's co-creation with the divine. It's not just me. No way. So yesterday when I was sobbing and angry, I was cleaning a house, and that's one reason I love my job so much is I'm by myself, I'm listening to music or whatever else I want to listen to, Eckhart, whatever. I can talk on the phone and still work just as hard. If I'm processing through something, I can actually call somebody. I don't have to ask permission, but I'm still getting my work done. So the ancients kept showing me how the very last day that I drank, I was on my knees and I said, please remove the desire to quit drinking. And I heard, if you do, you will be able to hear us better. And that was before I knew the ancients were here with me, any of that I could even hear. I had heard that people could hear their spirit guides. And once I heard that, I wanted it desperately. So they kept showing me that day that I got sober, and they said it's just like that. It is just like that. This twin flame concept that I've been believing in, it is just like that. So yesterday, after processing with, a few of the people that I love so much and that love me, I got on my knees. And just like when the last day I quit drinking, I'll never forget where I was on my knees in that place that my daughters and I were living. And then the next day I woke up and I had no desire to drink. It was completely gone. I still had a part to do though. The miracle had happened, but I still needed to treat the gift of no desire to drink like a gift. And I have for over 17 years now. So with this, I got on my knees. And I gotta see how much time I have. Okay, so I said, please, please. And I've prayed about it before so many times. However, I wasn't completely ready to let it go because I would say, please remove this from my life if it's for my highest good. And that is definitely one of my prayers. However, in this situation, it was a little loophole for my mind. And for me, the twin flame concept, as I become more and more into focus with my natural state of being, so does my mind, and the mind will rebel. And this twin flame concept has been the absolute perfect thing for it to feed it. I mean, because there's romance and mystery and it has felt like an extremely telepathic connection and communication. And it could be, but I don't care anymore. It doesn't matter because it was taking from my life. It felt like it was blocking me in a way. And it was just the thought. Anyway, I shouldn't even put the word just in there because this is hard work. Super hard work. I wouldn't change it for anything. Anything. Absolutely incredible. I say that every single time I make it through something. Oh, this whole thing, anything that has needed to work its way out of my vibrational system, it's cyclical. It'll come back around, and that's one beautiful thing about the full moon and the new moon is it'll bring it back up. It'll squish it back up, and so then I get to look at it. And a little over a month ago, I know my last videos I talked about this. It had been quiet for a long time concerning this whole twin flame concept, and then all of a sudden it was back in full force, and the emotions, and oh my gosh, it was so exciting, and oh, so romantic, and oh my goodness. And then and then I started feeling this energy withdraw and pull away, and oh yeah, the mind is so tricky, isn't it? But that's feeding the mind too, the drama, the romance, all of it. I don't want to be on that roller coaster, even when the divine brings me a divine partner. There won't be that roller coaster because my divine partner will be more like a childhood friend. You know how you just, well, a lot like myself. Not really caring too much about sex, actually. You know, maybe there will be a place for that sometime in my life with my divine partner, but I just don't, it's nowhere, it's not in my life. It's just not in my experience right now. I don't know, I don't need to bunny trail on that. Anyway, I was just getting into describing my divine partner. And my divine partner is very open, very loving, very balanced, has done the bulk of his introspective work on himself, work on codependency, any issues like that. And he has wanted to do it. He has been driven to do it. Not by the courts. Maybe that's how it started. I don't know. But just this drive like I have had in myself to shed what I don't need anymore, to fulfill my destiny on the planet. So, as I was praying, please remove this twin flame concept from my experience. Please remove it in every single possible way that my mind could get a hold of it. Oh, it was just such a beautiful and detailed prayer. I don't give myself credit for that. I didn't know what was going to come out. I feel like that's divinely guided also. So I'm still on my knees. I'm facing this window, and all of a sudden I see this long road with all these tall trees lining it. Beautiful. It was so beautiful. And it felt like freedom to me. And I started running down that road in my mind's eye, started running down that road. And I said, what's at the end of this road? Because the trees ended. And the trees ended, the road ended. And I said, I can't see anything. Then all of a sudden, I flew off the end of that road. My arms came out, they turned into white wings, my head was back, and it was just pure undiluted joy. And nothing, absolutely nothing, our natural state of being, nothing. I couldn't see anything ahead. And one time Muji said, can you imagine what it would be like to live your life not knowing what's going to happen? And at one point in my life, that really scared me. It scared my mind. But for me, it's the ultimate freedom. It's like graduation day. I know I'll always be growing, always catching up to my expansion, the expansion that we are. However, man, oh man, I feel so free today. I feel so free, and it's not because of anything that happened on the outside. This is all internal work. Oh, so beautiful, and not pushing away either. Not resistance. Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. I feel so deeply grateful that I have been freed from this. And if it comes up again, if it comes up again, if it hasn't been pulled out by the tap roots, I will have another opportunity to look at it. But my part in co-creating this freedom is no longer feeding the twin flame concept by listening to intuitive tarot readers, specifically talking about the twin flame concept, or any type of romance love reading from intuitive tarot readers. Or let's see, what else? Oh, when what I was perceiving to be like the telepathic communication coming in, I take that immediately to presence. I was practicing that before, but I was in it, and I was really enjoying the experience of feeling like we were actually communicating, and I got caught up in that, which is fine. It's totally fine. Anyway, so I see my part clearly, and I am not afraid. If it comes back up, I will be able to treat it again, and it will dissipate more and more. Just like drinking. I didn't have a desire to drink after the desire was removed. However, when I would open my freezer to get some food out, it would trigger a memory of opening my freezer to get my bottle of tequila out. And, those thoughts, I didn't know how to take it to presence at that time. I didn't know how to access presence. I had been listening to Eckhart for years at that point, even before I quit drinking, but I still hadn't accessed it. It hadn't been my experience yet. So, as with that, those thoughts, I just didn't entertain them at all. I just would do something else, or I would pray, divine, please remove any desire I may have to drink. I treated any thoughts of alcohol as a desire, as the path to a desire, of a craving. And so I would intercept it immediately, any thoughts. I was very diligent. All three of my daughters, it didn't happen very often, but sometimes we'd be somewhere, and I would say, we were in a restaurant once, and I'd say, girls, I just really saw that beer in the cooler there. And they knew what that meant. Like, I saw it, and my mind was starting to get a hold of it, because I still had a super busy mind at that point. And they're like, want to have a meeting? Or else I'd say, I need a mini meeting. And we'd sit and have a mini AA meeting. And that's just, it's basically like satsang, talking about how you feel, and just diluting it with love. So, oh my gosh, is there anything else we have to talk about as far as the twin flame concept goes, ancients? Nothing is impossible. Obviously, if a person has some type of chemical imbalance, or mental disorder. I had a mental disorder. However, mine was curable. So anytime I say there's nothing that a person can't overcome, well, there are some things, but that they're also saying, but that was also that divine being's life lesson that they chose before they came here. Nothing else is coming in about the twin flame concept. Is there anything else? Anything. The twin flame concept, anything that you feel is stuck, you're stuck in, that you just feel like, I can never get through this. I can never, I've just always been this way. It's always been this way. Those things can be changed. And it's free. At least with me, it's free. Satsang will always be free. The Mamaji Foundation only takes donations. That can be your time. Holding satsang with a person changes changes the vibration, raises our vibration so much, and the vibration around everybody that comes into contact with us, that is helping the planet heal. That's helping humanity heal. So even if it's just your time that you can donate to the Mama G Foundation, see, the Mama G Foundation is completely geared toward the money. I don't know why, but I see my foundation as a tree. I am the tree. My foundation is the tree. Oh, the tree of life, they're saying. Maybe I have heard that before. I don't know, but the money, the food, the clothes, whatever a person feels compelled to give comes into the Mama G Foundation and then back out to whoever needs it. So I think that's it for now. Satsangwithmamaji@gmail.com. If you would like to interact with me, I will leave the spelling in the description box. Love you so much. When I say I love you, I don't have to know you as a person to love you. We are all divine beings. That's who I love. I'm sure you're lovable also, but sometimes the conditioned person isn't that lovable. But there's always, no matter how heinous, there's always a divine being under that, an incredibly unconscious divine being that has completely forgot that that they're just having a human experience. Bye.